Hello everybody, my name is Kunakan and welcome back to Endless Summer. Now, if you guys do remember, if you guys have watched the Endless Summer playthrough, first of all, to anyone who has watched my Endless Summer playthroughs, I give a shout out to you all for watching these long videos. I really do. I appreciate it so much. Watch time. Yeah! And also, my hentai review video managed to break 100 views, so that's still going! But, yeah. We're back at Endless Summer. If you guys remember what happened in the last part, we got the bad ending. And if you want to know how, go ahead, check it out. Click this right here. Yada, yada, yada. Let's begin. I forgot this one was really sweet. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got, the Gatorade that I have is like, it's powdered Gatorade and I like pour it in water. Which, by the way, I would not recommend. I would just buy regular Gatorade. But, I mean, it tastes the same, but I kind of accidentally put a little too much, and whenever it's really strong and sweet. It doesn't taste nice, let's just say that. Okay, but yeah, we're back here, and we made the choice to, for a bad ending, and we said we were gonna follow the voice, but this time, we're not gonna follow the voice. No, you know what? I can't just believe you in only a couple of minutes. At least I've known that the other guy for a little longer, and his arguments seem to be more weighty. You'll be sorry. Those words sound like they were coming from another world. The voice seemed to disappear. Of course, I couldn't be sure whether my choice was right or wrong. It was a blind guess enforced by a time limit. Nevertheless, whether I'm right or wrong, we'll find out soon. In a couple of minutes, I was standing at the bus stop with all the other pioneers. I like that cover art. It's nice. Oh, hang on. Sorry, Shuriken! Oh, my bad. Electronic! Oh my god, I've never... What? Well, whatever. I said Shuriken, you have it too. But we had to do electronic, come on. Everybody's here? Began Olga. You're leaving Arcan today, and I'd like to tell you something in pairing. Whatever. She was visibly nervous and desperately lost for words. I hope that you'll remember the time you spent here for a lifetime, and that you'll retain only pleasant memories about Sobianok. I also hope that you became at least a little bit better, managed to learn something and found new friends. Just come back next year. The camp leader looked away. It's like she was trying to keep the tears inside. Like a dork. I didn't expect her to get so emotional. Although her speech sounded like complete nonsense to me, as usual, the pioneers started crowding to the bus, babbling cheerfully. I decided to hold on a little and say a proper goodbye to this camp. That's right, I got food! All of a sudden, I felt a deep urge to throw a coin. Of course, there's no fountain here. And honestly, I didn't feel like returning, but it's still just a superstition, and I don't believe in them. At least I never believed in them before. Digging through my pockets, I found only a couple of cane wrappers, a pencil, and a scrap of paper. I held them for a moment, then I squatted, put the paper on the ground, and scribbled a few words. You are here for a reason. Grinning at my stupidity, I threw the scrap under the wheels of the bus and got into this cabin. Oh, that cover art looks so beautiful! Or, is cover art the right word? I guess visual? Visual art? Yeah, that sounds better. This visual art looked absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. I found a place in the middle. But the strangest thing was that everyone sat in pairs, and only I was alone. However, what's the difference now? I'll either disappear, or restart everything in a couple of hours. I like how it shifts from day to night. It looks so cool! It's so beautiful! The bus was slowly moving towards the district centre, occasionally bouncing over the bumps on the roads. It's so beautiful, my voice is cracking! I mean, that's not anything new. It is impossible to see anything beyond the old windows in the pitch black dark of the night. I can see all its beauty. Anyway, I couldn't care less about the surrounding countryside. I just sat and waited for the inevitable. For the first time in a long while, my head was completely empty. The pioneers around me enjoyed the trip. Yona and Alice were playing cards. Lena was reading a book, and Seiya was sleeping. Miku was trying in vain to start a conversation with Xenia, and Xenia was trying really hard not to start killing. Electronic were sure were crafting something as always. I was the only one completely ignored by everyone. It might be a slightly far-fetched perception. I got used to the role of being the sentry of the universe in the camp. Is that how you say it, sentry? I thought that everything revolved around me. Well, that might be so up to a certain degree, but here and now I'm only a foreign object, an out-of-place molecule in the harmonic pattern of the crystal grid. Oh, I love this OST. It's so good. I love all guitar guitar OSTs, like background music. I love all guitar, anything like with the guitar, like whenever it's playing. Which is why I really love games like The Last of Us, and I really love the anime like Yosuke no Sora, because like the guitar music, like it just sounds so good. It sounds so good. Just something about it just gives me that relaxed feeling, and I absolutely love it. I'm not sure how long we've spent on the road, but sleep had already started to overcome me. I was desperately fighting Morpheus, trying to stay awake as long as I could. After all, it's quite possible that today is the last day of my life, and probably as reasonable to cling as hard as I could to these few hours of meaningless, useless existence. However, physical fatigue, and more importantly, emotional fatigue took its toll, and I fell asleep. Oh! Oh shit! Day ... Whew. This is interesting. A sharp pain throbbed through my entire body. I felt it especially sharply in my temples. It feels like they're ready to shatter into 1,000 little pieces, giving the wind free access to my empty head. I probably would not have been able to stand even 5 minutes of such torture if I hadn't opened my eyes in time. I was somewhere. It was impossible to tell precisely where. My mind was clouded in mist. My thoughts were confused. The moment between the unconscious and conscious states when you vividly remember your dreams. Huh? I was going somewhere by bus. I was about to doze off when suddenly a girl came up to me and began to speak quietly. I couldn't understand a word, but the girl looked very upset. I failed to understand what she needed from me. The time passed, and she kept talking on and on. It was getting really annoying. I wanted to ask her to cut it out, or at least calm down a bit, but I failed. Either because I didn't want to say anything, either because I didn't manage to say anything, or because my words didn't reach her. I couldn't even see her face. I was simply listening and staring and listening. Perhaps it wasn't important for me then. Surely you would not try to remember what a mosquito disturbing your sleep looks like. Surely you wouldn't manage to recall the frequency of its flapping wings, or the inclination of its proboscis after that. And this reel is just one of millions of voices that disturb you from concentrating, from thinking, from falling asleep. The louder her voice grew, the harder it got for me to catch her words. The bus cabin, the seats worn by time, the uneven floor, the rusty ceiling, the cracked glass of the windscreen, everything was floating away, along with her. And then I felt a unique sense of relief. It didn't matter how real the bus and the girl had been. It was nothing but a bug to me. And here I am, hanging in total emptiness and falling inside a dream. What's this? Wow, dreams can be really something. Not quite a nightmare, but definitely not something pleasant. I got up, rubbed my face to get back to reality, gave a loud yawn, and prepared to clean myself up. It was a really great morning. Unable to find my hygiene kit on the nightstand, I concluded that I could manage without it. It was hard to get dressed. My hands were trembling like hell. I looked at my reflection in the mirror and checked out my 2-week stubble. Well, perhaps Olga has a razor? It was only when I went outside that I suddenly understood that I'm not in a pioneer camp. I'm back in my apartment, and I've just come out of my room into a passageway, not out of the cabin. I was overwhelmed with surprise, with dismay, with fear, even with terror. But how? Whoa. I sat down on the bed and buried my face into my hands, trying to remember the chain of yesterday's events. Yeah, the bus, the last day of the term. Yeah, I fell asleep. and I woke up back home? Well, to some degree, it might even seem quite logical. It seemed that the initial astonishment has worn off during the first few seconds. After all, the fact that I came back like this after a week-long absence is no stranger than my sudden appearance at some pioneer camp of the 80s in the first place. The events of the last 2 days flashed before my eyes in an instant. That mysterious pioneer, his words. But how did I manage to get back to reality then? According to him, I was going to be stuck there forever, and there's no exit. On the other hand, I wasn't alone. That pioneer at the bus stop and the mysterious voice emphasized the contrary, and that the exit exists. Does it mean I found it? I managed to get out of the endless loop? But how? Nevertheless, I wasn't sure whether I should rejoice or grieve. Over the last week, I've kind of gotten used to the everlasting inner monologue, the search for answers, and the in-depth analysis of everything. So I simply couldn't accept this fact as it was, without figuring out what exactly happened to me. Sure, he told me that I'm the only one who has observed the existence of other guys like me during the very first loop. But does that mean anything? Anyway, all those theories and ideas instantly collapsed like a house of cards. Now I have to decide how I should react. Of course, I should rejoice. After all, I'm back to the real world. Maybe the last 7 days were just a dream? Indeed, there's absolutely no evidence that I really was there. I don't see my pioneer uniform anywhere. I look my age, just like I did before. My phone is on the table, fully charged, but one can't deceive one's own memory. One can't live through such terrifically real experiences in a dream. I still remember the events of the whole week in great detail. Perhaps I was in a coma all this time? An ironic laugh escapes my lips. Nah, that's not an option either. Then, all's well that ends well? The last few hours in the camp flashed through my mind. Indeed, I wasn't hoping to get out, either from that camp or from that reality, and I was pretty much ready to another week, and another one. I accepted my role. I reconciled with my destiny. And what was I supposed to do after all that stuff had happened? I heaved a doomed sigh, got up from my bed with a considerable effort, and went to my computer. That's weird, but according to it, only 14 hours have passed since my disappearance from this world. Not a whole week. Ooh. A new message of the instant messenger. Hi Stan, yesterday it was legendary. See you later. My college friend. It was him who invited me to that party with the rest of his college friends that I was going to attend. Suddenly, all my senses came back to me. The headache, the dizziness, all the symptoms of a hangover. It looked like I indeed attended that party yesterday, and I was partying hard. So there was no pioneer camp? But then where did all these memories, emotions, and feelings come from? All this was so incomprehensible that I became enraged. I began cursing foully, trying to tear my hair out and hammering on the keyboard with my fists. I didn't return to a normal state until there were no keys left on it. Why should I care so much? Nobody worries when a dream or hallucination ends. Moreover, people are usually glad when it happens. Was I really that prepared to stay there that my return to reality became so undesirable for me? And then a simple and obvious thought crossed my mind. Perhaps I'm just going insane. Indeed, madmen frequently have visions which they perceive as reality. Besides, I had all the symptoms of insanity. I never leave the four walls of my prison. I never socialize. I have lots of psychological problems. Well, that explains a lot. My dark, nervous laughter echoed in the room. Guess it's the right time for me to visit a therapist, or rather a psychiatrist, or should I just surrender myself at the asylum? A horse! A horse! Half my kingdom for a horse! I cried at the top of my lungs between bouts of my manic laughter. Dispute not with her. She is a lunatic. Why was he quoting something from a Shakespeare play all of a sudden? The racket my neighbors made on the wall calmed me down somehow. If I'm tripping that bad, it looks like only a lobotomy could help me. I don't know what that is, but it's funny how he said, I'm tripping. Oh man. This is insane! I just sat completely freaked out for several hours, doing nothing, thinking nothing, just staring at the monitor, long since gone into sleep mode. Finally, I moved the mouse and opened a few tabs in the browser. So what's new? F5, F5. As if the events of the past week had never happened. Come on, do you have to grieve for a hallucination? Was it real? Sure, lots of memories. Sure, looks true enough. By all means, yes! Any proof? Nope. The verdict is clear, as is my future course. I have long suspected that my current lifestyle wasn't doing me any good. I wasn't ready for such an unusual event. So what? I'll have to be more prepared for my next trip. So is he going to go back? Night, an endless stream of threads and images took my mind off my lamentations and considerations. An instant message window popped up most unexpectedly. Hi, how are you doing? Sure, quite an ordinary way to start a conversation. Doing fine. The contact profile was completely empty, not even a nickname, just a 9-digit number. You can't guess what kind of person is on the other end just by looking at the number, can you? Sure, someday it will be all different. Unified digital identifiers instead of names, a couple of symbols for a biography, several bytes of personality, and 3.5 bits of feelings. Get home safely? Probably someone from yesterday's party. Seems like it. You do remember everything I told you yesterday, right? Well, I guess not. There was yet another message after a long pause. I see. Honestly, I don't give a damn who this is and why he's messaging me. Until this unidentified individual starts harassing me, I could easily tolerate his presence on my contact list. Well, that's okay. We'll meet again. We surely will. Sure looking forward to it. Yeah. Alright. Bye. I didn't reply. This odd, screwed-up day at last was slowly coming to an end. Going to bed, I yet again recalled in my head all the events that seemed so real for me. Where am I gonna wake up tomorrow? Will these hallucinations return? Nah. Strange, but now I'm really feeling that everything happening now is real. There was just a fiction, a game of deformed imagination, where really something is fantastical, and here is reality. Sometimes inconvenient, sometimes it unfolds differently from how you'd wish. Surprises you like this. But it's so reality. I fell asleep with these thoughts. Bit by bit, my life resumed its normal course, and I started to forget the events of that week. After all, nothing bad happened. Even if it was indeed real, who cares? Now we're only 7 days into Pioneer Camp. I wasn't killed. Nobody kidnapped me to conduct experiments. I wasn't brainwashed. So why do I care about the reason? And if it indeed was a hallucination, I can only hope that it won't repeat itself. I was still a shut-in. My computer and the internet were my only friends, and the keyboard was the only communication channel connecting me to the outside world. The F5 key became the main thing in my life again. Come to think of it, it really wasn't all that bad. Yet one day, a familiar combination of digits popped up on the screen. A strange contact of mine had come online yet once again. Hey. Hey. How are you doing? Doing fine. I'm probably a noon for somewhere. Who cares, anyway? Any news? Not really. Stability is a sign of true class. Stability is a sign of true class? One might say so. Oh, I see. This conversation was over for me, but he didn't seem to feel like that. So, nothing has changed? Nope. Should it have? Well, it's not like you experience stuff like that on a day-to-day basis, and everybody gets to experience it either. What are you talking about? Don't you get it? I was starting to. I prefer you to explain. Don't you remember the camp? It felt like an electric shock. All the events of that week immediately sprang up in my mind. My hands started to tremble, a cold sweat burst from my forehead. I turned around in horror, already imagining that I'd seen aliens, ghosts, or the Grim Reaper. But there was nobody in my room except me, as always. I ran to the corridor, checked in the kitchen and in the bathrooms. Still nobody. At last, I returned to the computer. The same message window was still flashing steadily, as if it was a perfectly ordinary message. Who are you? My hands were trembling so much I could hardly hit the right keys. Oh, so you do remember it. My hallucinations seem to be continuing? Or did I never leave the camp in the first place? Or it's just a dream after all? Or I don't know what to say. I admit it sincerely. Anyhow, I felt that this entity, that's the only definition that I could think of, doesn't need any kind of internet to communicate with me. Well, you can just keep silent. Everything's pretty clear, XD. That smiley at the end of the line looked like a devil itself, stretched its deformed jaws open to devour me. Oh, that is a smile. I just always says XD because I didn't understand that. Oh, it is a smile. Okay, well now I know what that means. What is happening to me? I finally made my way to ask that question. Nothing at all. You're just living your regular life. But the camp, was it real? And what do you think? I'm not sure. If it seems real to you, then yes, It was real. If not, then it wasn't. It's just that simple. That's not simple at all. What will happen to me next? I whispered. Nothing to worry about. It seems that it really hurt me without the use of the internet. Terror changed my whole body. I closed my eyes and curled myself into a ball. Why? Why are you doing this to me? I started to lose it. Words were coming out of my mouth by themselves. Illogical, meaningless sets of words. Why? Why me? What for? What for? Leave me alone. I haven't done anything bad. Several minutes after, I found the courage to open one eye and take a look at the monitor. You are the reason for everything. The message window was flickering coldly. And what's next? Oh, you'll see that soon enough. Everything started fading to black in my eyes. Noise filled my ears, and I started to feel dizzy. I felt that my very soul was escaping its physical shell. The events of the last few days became hazy, as if they'd all happened to someone other than me. Then the memories of the camp started to vanish, as if somebody was using an eraser to thoroughly rub out words written with a pencil. Moments later, I felt and sensed nothing, as I was plunged into a state of cosmic bliss. If anyone saw me at the moment, they would notice that I was smiling. Kinda stuck here. I hit the report spam button, closed the window, switched to the browser, and glanced at the clock. Time to get going. I'm gonna be late. Every story has its beginning and its end. Every story has its own outline, synopsis, contents, key points, a prologue, and an epilogue. And there is no book which, if you read it again, would not reveal new details you didn't notice before. Every story has its beginning and its end. Almost every. Huh? Wow. Man. I don't know which ending do I like more. I feel like I got another bad ending. I really do. Oh. Oh yeah. All the nice moments. I really feel like I got the bad ending. I got another bad ending. Looking at all the pictures, there must be like so many things like so many choices I could have changed. I saw that. That I did not see. Yeah, looking at all these like visual arts that I have not seen, there's so many things so many other routes that I could have gone. I didn't see any of this. Wow. Yeah, I saw that. That I did not see. Man. What an insane game. Goodbye for now. Yeah, I'm gonna be back. I feel like we got, like, the insanity ending or something like that, because we did kind of go insane towards the final parts. Man, that was a creepy ending, too. Holy shit. Okay, well, there's another ending. I feel like this visual novel is kind of similar to, like, When They Cry. You know, that one, like, not in terms of the plot, but more like, in terms of, like, you know, usually in visual novels, like, these multiple endings that you can have with different characters. But in When They Cry, it feels like there's almost all of them bad endings, and there's only one good ending. I feel like that's the same way with Endless Summer, like, because I got two bad endings. I feel like I got two bad endings. I know for sure the first one I got was a bad ending, but this one, I do feel like this is a bad ending as well. And, so yeah. That's why I compared a little bit to When They Cry. Not in terms of the plot or anything like that, because When They Cry is fucking creepy. This one, however, is not as creepy. But Man, this game is. I'm so invested in it. I want to play more, but I kind of want to stop the video here. Man, so yeah, I guess I might as well just call this the insane endings. And to that, I tip this way too sweet Gatorade. And a cracker. Okay, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. This game is awesome. I absolutely love it. And if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like down below. Comment if you're new to subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're 3 away from 50. Let's see if we can get there. And yeah, leave a comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts were on this video, and let me know how do you feel about this ending, and which ending do you feel? Do you think it's a good ending? Do you think it's a bad ending? And if you know, please tell me. Because I think this is a bad ending. But if you can tell me what kind of ending this is, then please tell me. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.